Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm a designer too here at the Newtown Square Ulta, store 1247. This is my client Lindsay, and today we are going to be doing a balayage. I chose to use freehand lightener, which is Redken's clay lightener. The reason I chose this is because it is a clay lightener, so on the outside it'll harden, but on the inside it's still wet, so it still processes. And we decided to use 40 volumes so that we can get as much lift as possible. As I go throughout my sectioning and my process, I'm going to go ahead and explain it for you. Now let's get started. So I like to take diagonal back sections on the sides. This way we get the majority of the lighting and the lightness in the front with a little bit less in the back. This is where the natural sunlight hits, so we'll have a lot of brightness around the face and not so much tapering off towards the back. So some people like to use a paddle. I prefer the back of my hand. Keeps me a little bit more organized, a little bit cleaner. You really can't hold the two things at once, so whatever you feel more comfortable with. On the sides, we're going to do some forward slants, so you'll go higher in the front of the head and lower in the back of the head. This way, again, that the brightness is right around the face. Redken lightener, they can process up to an hour. We'll see how it goes. This is kind of just like a waiting game with the balayage to see how light we can actually get her. Again, virgin hair, hopefully we can get her nice and light. I like to do, like I said, the front first, but I'm still just doing the opposites that I'm doing, higher in the front, lower towards the back. This way we, again, have more brightness around the face. You also want to make sure you hold up your sections. This way you can feather anything that, any big clump of lightener or anything like that, you'll see that in your end result. So you want to make sure that you feather any hard lines underneath as well. And you'll notice that nothing underneath, none of that color is coming through. It's kind of more or less surface painting on the top. You want to remember to put your saran wrap in between each section. Some people prefer to use cotton. The cotton gets a little messy when you go to rinse it out, so I always use saran wrap. So I leave her part and her hairline out, and I'll do that last part up so that when it splits, it's on both sides and it's completely even on both sides, rather than splitting it here and maybe one comes up a little bit higher, one doesn't go all the way up. If I do it the same, you'll make sure when it does split that everything's all even. So now we let our clients process. Now I'm waiting. We decided we wanted to be about a level 7, undertones of being an orange yellow. So we're just gonna let her sit. Her bottom pieces, the ones that we first started, as you can see, are pretty much getting there now. So we're just gonna hang out and wait for the top to catch up. We don't know how long it's gonna take. I would say probably about 20-25 minutes. We'll let her sit, and then we're gonna take her back and tone her. And I'll fill you in with the toner when we get to that point. Washed her with Smith shampoo and conditioner. She is naturally curly, so with this humidity we want to make sure that we keep it nice and smooth all day. We went ahead and toned her with shades EQ 07MB, 08N, and 09P. We didn't want to add any more golden tones. We wanted to neutralize what kind of was there and make it a nice cooler golden tones. You'll see once we blow dry it. So I'm going to go ahead and use Pillow Proof Primer. About 15 or so sprays throughout her whole head. You want to make sure you shake the bottle. This way it is a good heat protector, and it also speeds up the blow dry time. Then we're going to go ahead and use the Smith Rebel Tame. This is the FPF 40. This is the highest level of frizz control. We definitely want that. Again, with the humidity, we have lots of frizz, so we want to go ahead and mask that as we blow dry. That Pillow Proof also acts like a primer, so anything you put on top of it, it's going to enhance its benefits. So I'm going to go ahead and round brush her with about a 3-inch round brush so we get her nice and smooth and straight. And then we'll finish off with a little bit of serum at the end. You want to make sure that you're rough dry at least 60% or so. I don't like to go to 80% when she's curly, because I don't want to enhance any of the frizz that might come. So I like to rough dry about 60%. So when I get to the top of every client's head, I like to blow dry the hair forward. This being so that I can get close to the root, especially with curly hair, and to give a little bit more body right in the front. Even though we want her straight, she wants a little bit of body so that it doesn't fall flat as soon as she gets outside. little bit of the instant deflate in the Frizz Dismiss line. I like to rub it on both sides of my hands, this way I don't just have a big glop in the middle and it gets greasy for her by tomorrow. As you can see there, she has a lot of nice brightness around her face. Looks like she's been at the beach all summer, but it's not too bright. We didn't want to make her too blonde just because she's been dark her whole life. You can see there's no hard lines, nice seamless blend. And I do have her coming back in about 4 to 6 weeks for a glaze and a trim. Alright, well thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys soon.